Logitech is taking an astronomical leap into gaming. Mafia 3 gets its third DLC, and a few updates. We'll get into it in the breakdown. What's good, people? It's your boy DaRealMastalin coming at you with your daily dose. And as always, before we get started, I need y'all to do those 3 simple things. First one, call up your underbosses, put out a hit on that like button, subscribe here for more, hit that notification bell so you get notified every single time I drop a video. Now let's break it down. In our first story of the day, Logitech is buying Astro. And for those of you who don't know, Astro makes gaming headsets. I don't know who doesn't know that. I don't know anybody who will be watching this particular video that doesn't know what an Astro headset is. But Logitech, they're the old school version of, all the peripherals for PC. They're purchasing Astro for $85 million. So they're looking to go hardcore into gaming, and they already have their Logitech G brand. So it'll be interesting to see how the pricing models change for the Astro headsets going forward. Because right now, Astros are anywhere from $60 to $400, and I'm curious to see how the pricing models will change now that Logitech, which is a much larger company than Astro, is at the head of the manufacturing. It'll be good, I hope, for pricing models. So maybe you'll be able to get a pair of A50s for $150 instead of $200. You never know, because Logitech, they're fairly decent price wise, and they have good quality. So as long as they don't change the quality of the Astro headsets, this should be a good move for all involved. For Astro, for Logitech, it'll be a good move for Astro because they make an $85 million off rip. But Logitech, it should be a good move for them because they get into a space where people are already familiar with the brand and the quality that comes with that brand, and it puts them in a good space. Hopefully it's good for the consumers, but that'll remain to be seen. Probably we won't see the ripples of this until the end of the year, because this deal probably won't be finalized till sometime around Q4, somewhere in that range. But hopefully we'll see the benefits of it on the gaming side. And next up, we have Mafia 3. It's getting its third DLC expansion called Sign of the Times, and it's set to release July 25th. It's a campaign add-on, and it sees Lincoln going to war with a cult. These Mafia 3 DLCs all have their own separate themes, and I dig them because they have separate but proportionate missions as the game. So this one looks to be very interesting, just like the last one was about Lincoln and his CIA handler and that interaction with a Russian nuke. Like, it was a little offshoot, and I like that they're offshoots, not just straight up campaign filler. So I dig this. I have the season pass. I like the last DLC, and I'm gonna play this one. I'll let y'all know what I think of it once I finish it. Like I said, it comes out July 25th. So if you have the DLC, or if you don't, I think it's like $15 per DLC, or you can still buy the season pass. I would just recommend buying the season pass. Other than the first one, the first DLC, it was real quick. That was my only complaint about that one. The last one had a good amount of meat on it. It's looking like this one also has a good amount of meat on it, so I really hope that it does, so I can flesh out the story. I really liked Mafia 3's story. The problem I had with Mafia 3 was that even when you progress through the story, you have to do a bunch of side missions, which are kind of the same. If they had just made them optional, it would have been so much better. But to progress through the story, you have to do these missions, which are all these side missions in other games. That was my only problem I have with Mafia 3, and these DLCs that they've been putting out so far have been a departure from that, so you don't have to worry about that. You can just play through the story. It all has its own interconnected maelstrom of things happening, so I like that about these DLCs. And our final story of today is just a few quick updates. First one is that 2 new games are being added to backward compatibility, and those games are Earth Defense Force, Insect Armageddon, and F1 2014 Earth Defense Force is fun. I don't know why they're adding a game from 2014, but whatever. I guess I don't like this is one of those things that I don't get it. Also, I think F1 2014 is like $25 still on the marketplace. Why? Please tell me why. Like, when you add the Halo games, holla back at me. Right now, Earth Defense Force, okay, that's cool, but I don't know why anybody would buy F1 2014 when F1 2017 is right around the corner. Whatever. Star Wars Battlefront has been confirmed by EA that it will be Xbox One X enhanced. So they will have a 4K mode, I'm sure, and some 4K asset enhancements. They haven't said exactly what that update or what the enhancements are going to be, but that's about the general gist of what the Xbox One X enhanced games are. Is they'll have a 4K update and they'll have some visual improvements, maybe textures and the whole nine. I just wanted to make sure it has a stable frame rate. That's pretty much my only requirement. Have a stable frame rate. The rest of it, it'll look fine, I'm sure. Battlefront 1 looked good. Battlefront 2, I'm sure, will look equally as good, if not better. PS4 gets a system update, 4.72, and on the surface it doesn't do much. It improves system performance, but it also adds auto syncing of trophies, as well as some backdoor fixes for Final Fantasy XIV because it was having some problems. It is a mandatory update, and when you turn your system on, it should have already installed if you have it on standby mode, or it should prompt you to install it. Either way, it doesn't add any crazy features. Auto syncing is cool, I guess, but I'm not a trophy guy like I said before, so it's whatever. Rainbow Six Siege got an update 2.1.1, and its bug fixes and balance changes still in the Operation Health portion. They also add Siege loot boxes. They call them alpha packs. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, this whole loot box thing, Call of Duty, why did you do this to the world? Why did you do this to everybody? Everybody doesn't need this. And Call of Duty isn't even the first to do it. They just made it popular. So everyone's seeing as how the random chances got so populated. Everybody decided to jump on that wagon, and it has cosmetic stuff in it and legendary tier items that are just in it, so you know people are gonna buy it because it has exclusive legendary items in it. I don't like it, but it's the state of the industry at this point in time. I can't do anything about it, so if that's your thing, do your thing, as always. Half-Life, the first one, got a patch. I don't know what this is about. I guess it was because they updated the Half-Life engine and all of it kind of meshed together. So for the first time in 19 years, Half-Life got a patch. It provides like bug fixes for certain things, and I'm positive that there is a Half-Life 3, like something that equals 3 somewhere out there.
A few moments later.
Here goes one directly at me. 2017 minus 1998 equals 19, plus Half-Life 1 equals 20, minus the day of the patch, which is the 10th, equals 10, minus the month of the patch is 7, equals 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed. I had to do it. It was somewhere out there. Shout out to you, Bloodshot. Half-Life 3 is probably never coming. It's just never coming. Valve is focused on banning people like they did the 40,000 people that they banned the last day of the Steam sale. Now it's some hyperbolic bans, like they can still purchase stuff, they just won't be allowed to sell things. So it's for all the cheaters and scammers out there, and 40,000 of them got banned the last day of the Steam sale. Now the problem is that it was the last day of the Steam sale, so people are up in arms about it, but they're cheaters, so I don't care. I get no sympathy from me goes towards those people. You got banned because you were cheating, you deserved it. You brought this on yourself. Hold your L. Follow your boy on Twitter at DaRealMastalin, mixer.com/DaRealMastalin. I see y'all tomorrow. As always, this been your boy Mastalin. Always give me the real. I love y'all like some play cousins. I'm out.